Mm-hmm. Come on. That was quick. It's unavailable. Oh, there it goes. Huh? Cool. Let me extra confirm that this works. Oops. Something went wrong. Oops. It isn't exactly super responsive, but it's not the worst. It's pretty good. Hmm. Okay. I'm just gonna supply. Ba-ba-bum. What are these injuries? Head trauma, willpower, fellowship. That's a lot. That's not the worst for him. So how does this character get removed and fully healed on the void ship? Do I really want to go back? Can I even go back
I'll
to the
lay
void
claim
ship?
to the stars.
Let me see if I can go back. He's healed. I wouldn't mind there being another way to heal normal injuries. I think the bigger medkits can, if I recall, but why is the whole map dark again? Green Lord Captain. You're ready for any orders, Lord Captain. Sister Argenta. What? Go back to footfall. The Shadow Quarters.
Follow my lead.
Okay. Medicaid. That's way down there.
None shall stand in my way.
With the hatred, maybe I'll stumble across something and stay alive for another day. It's just a joyful, pleasant game.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Vagabond. Give me a reason. I'll cut you in a second. Will you now?
Lay claim to the stars.
Boy, this is there's a treat to navigate. We need those rules later. We are not an organization. We are a force of nature. Oh god. I saw a rat the other day, big fat one. Wish I'd caught it.
Victory awaits. Follow my lead.
Ship owned by House Von Volantis has arrived on footfall. A group of ambers who tried to attack their rivals was promptly and thoroughly thrashed. This herald is not wrong.
None shall stand in my way.
I'm down. No wagers. I lost half my pay that one time, remember?
It's about
Back
time.
up here. How do I get down here?
I won't tolerate weakness.
How am I supposed to work if they broke my ribs? Good question. 2 rations for me. My husband, here's the stamp, signature, it's all in order. God, this hellhole. I once stood on the pinky finger of the Emperor statue. Blank shopkeeper. I guess this guy says the same thing. Oh, you have 2 emergency work orders come through. If bye. Alright, see ya.
Victory
Gone.
awaits.
Greetings, man. What brings you here? Did you want to watch us break our backs out here, eh? Footfall Utility Crew 3 is proud to work for the good of the denizens and guests of the station. The man winks and salutes you with his flamer. What are you doing? Just burning rats and some trash and some parasites of other sorts. The district's under quarantine, you see. We got hit by something nasty, a disease, or maybe it isn't a disease, just some bugs and worms that crawled out of some ship or the other. It's a bit odd that it happened here and not in the docks, I'll grant you. Things like that usually start there. They even spray the place with some gunk to kill all the bugs and worms. But I guess something slipped through. 2 families in that block way over there snuffed it. And Liege wasted no time getting the district surrounded so that nobody could leave. So you don't know exactly what happened in the district, disease, bugs, or something else? No, we don't. And we don't want to find out. Something nasty's cropped here. The right move is to contain and kill it with fire. Not going and see why it is and why it's there. How exactly did the victims die? Who knows? They found them in their hovels, already dead, blue sores on their bodies, and they stink something awful. Which is why the lot that found them didn't even risk looting the corpses. Good on them, I guess. Doesn't mean we let them out, of course. Oof. What measures have been taken to deal with this problem? You're looking at them. We stand here, burn the foulness, and then we got people standing guard so that no one escapes. Put some mine downs, a whole load of them, for the same reasons. The water, the sewers, all blocked off to stop any communications getting out. Theirs open, I suppose, but the foulness doesn't seem to be airborne. There haven't been any strange deaths outside the district. Are any of the people trapped in the quarantine zone being provided with aid of any kind? Of course not. I mean, I heard Reverend Hieronymus has been praying for their souls, which sounds more like retribution fell upon them, and rightly so. That's the most they can hope for. Wish to enter the quarantine zone? No dice. Not gonna happen. We're letting no one in. I'm telling you right now. Bribes and intimidation won't work on me, so don't even try. You can file a petition with the Liege if you're so desperate. But my advice to you would be to go on your merry way. The void's got plenty of nasty and dangerous holes. You don't have to die in this one in particular. You'll go in and die, and that means I'll have more corpses to burn. He pointedly turns away. You little shit.
Follow my lead.
Rats. That is a big fat rat. That's a chonky boy. Very productive. They must be paid by the hour.
None shall stand in my way.
Small nook of the stone is empty, apart from the dust, a few scraps of paper. There is evidence that a cache once had a small door covering it and a locking mechanism.
A new challenge for me?
Two emergency workers come through one after another. If I'm alive, then we'll count myself lucky.
It's about time.
Is this the guy that disappeared when I talked to him earlier? Yeah, I think so.
Act.
Wonder if this similar thing happened to this guy and they just happened to get stuck in this spot
I'm
for some
still
reason.
new to the art of exploring.
I won't tolerate weakness.
That might have been on me. That's an interesting way to
Follow my
disarm the
lead.
trap, though. I mean, I guess I probably missed out on some experience. It's like 3.
None shall stand in my way.
Spilled this paint. Do they spill it here and then go to take it over here and spill it again? Let's see.
Victory
Curses.
awaits.
Goods. All these people over here and they missed goods. Hey, Andy,
Any
what's up, man?
challenge for me?
What it do? Wastewater unsafe for drinking even after purification. And
tolerate
now being used for
weakness.
laundering. I didn't ask how it do, I asked what it do. But good to know it do alright. Yeah, more of these.
Follow my lead.
Well-worn poster called to serve the Imperium. Clear the rubble. I shall clear the rubble.
A soldier would have been disciplined for such a performance.
Ah, I got an injury too. You're the one who failed the test, dummy.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Dummy, stupid. Hello, refugee. Oh. Grenadier gloves. Using grenades customize 1 AP for the wearer. Enemies suffer a plus of 2 additional damage from the wearer's grenades. Oh, don't I have something similar but not as good? Man plays game? Yeah, man plays game.
You are in
Amazing,
the
isn't it?
presence of House Orcelio. Does
Dad's at the
something
hospital this
trouble
afternoon.
you,
I hope he's
Lord
alright,
Captain?
man. It's not something serious. No. I was hoping someone would. Good job. The fuck out of here. Yes, I know. Okay. Maybe Av can throw some grenades. Okay, Av can throw some grenades.
The world is full
Family
of colors
discover-
I have never seen before.
He wasn't home since yesterday morning. You mind if I ask what happened? Why does my thing randomly open like my browser window sometimes? Obviously, if you don't want to say anything, that's
I'll
fine too.
claim to the stars.
Don't feel like you need to. That shit would spook me. Stupid worker.
None shall stand in my way.
Oh, that's not good. I hope he's all right, man. He's awake
new
at the moment.
challenge for me.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, damn. Sorry to hear that, man. I had a scare with my dad a couple of years back. I won't go too much into it because
It's about time.
I don't like to talk about anything medical, but like he basically gave me a scare like right in front of me. That was a couple of years though. My dad is
I
like,
won't tolerate
and that was kind of like a
weakness.
weird freak thing that the doctors don't even know why. He's like, my dad's pretty healthy. So I'd maybe argue my dad's healthier than I am. So, fortunate for that though.
Victory awaits.
Yeah, well, I hope he's all right and he doesn't have to stay in the hospital too long. No one likes. Oh, that is a lot of mines. No one likes having to stay in the hospital. I remember when my grandma was in there for a couple months because she had to get a thing put in because her heart was weak at the time. She's
Follow
been
my
fine
lead.
since then, though. But yeah.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
It's good someone checked on them when they did, though.
None shall stand in my way.
The martyr entrance. Floor, use a compartment of massive void ship adapted to a living space from the inside of the building and clicking in glasses. Oh, interested. What the scum? Who do you think you are, louse? All is calm on footfall, mostly.
It's about time.
This is interesting. So it's like a landed void ship, like I have, that was converted into just a giant living space, I guess. The Martyr's Endurance. Guess this is like a bar.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Remains the void ship's life support system. It seems that whoever dismantled the vessel decided to just leave it in place.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Hey, I'm gonna take these goods.
Victory awaits.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
A new challenge for me.
Little bag hiding back here. Some miscellaneous loot. Like the plates are lumps of sawdust, toxic weight that is sometimes passed off as ordinary nutritious starch. Ugh.
Follow my lead.
Check the bar out a little bit first. My cousin said he saw some aristocrat lose a whole planet in a game of cards. Just waiting for him that from CPR. I've been sort of 7 minutes, performed defib, and went straight to operation at the hospital. Damn. Good, he's conscious at least.
None
Yeah.
shall stand in my way.
That's usually a peace of mind at least. That's scary though.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Damn. Makes you wonder how long the poor
I'll
guy
lay
had
claim
to
to the stars.
lay there or whatever. Hello. The flabby man in worn clothes is sighing sadly over a glass of murky booze. Only when he looks up at you did you notice his eyes, large, piercing, and full of sorrow, in stark contrast to his unkempt appearance. Could it be that someone actually wishes to keep me company? No, but yeah. I mean, one of the bright sides is you know that there might be a problem with his heart, and that now that that's happened, they're gonna do what he might need and know to keep an eye out for it. Oh, is it? Well, that's not good. Let me introduce myself, Gordy Skatov, architectural historian. You look deeply despondent over something. What happened? Gordy sighs heavily. Here I go again, pouring my art to have you disappear in 10 minutes just like everyone else before you. Okay. Alright, here's the story of Gordy Skatov, the unluckiest historian in the Emporium. This guy like a bald... Yeah, he is. I was born 2 sectors away from here. My family was quite influential, which allowed me to dedicate myself to my great passion in the history of the Imperium architecture. I spent a number of years studying every scholarly work there was to find in this art, and then, once I inherited my family's fortune, I traveled and documented the development and architectural thought on different worlds. Till one day, oh, that accursed and blessed day, until one day I came into possession of something quite special. Where he pulls out what looks like a book or an album with a homemade leather cover out of his bag, but the pages and binding look well worn. I guess maybe that's why people are like, why when he didn't respond after a day or something, they're like, oh, we better go check on him maybe. Here it is, my undoing. This is an authentic booklet titled Dwayne's Design, one of the thousands that were printed centuries ago in the times of Footfall's construction. Oops. What a curious read. Please tell us more. As Cassia takes a shy step forward, Gordes smiles and shows her some of the faded pages. Footfall's founder, Lord Parsimus, was obsessed with his creation's grand future. This booklet describes in detail what Footfall was meant to become upon its completion. Dozens of asteroids turn into glorious palaces and temples, massive bridges spanning the void itself, and the marvelous flying buttresses? What's a buttresses? The archivolts of the exterior arches, the elegant arrangement of balusters, and the interior full of forest 10 stories tall and more than a kilometer long. Cyclopean light tubes that catch the light of the Furibundus and use it to brighten the halls and the hearts of the asteroids. Stained glass windows of mosaics, bas reliefs, and statues. Engrossed in his own description, Gordes stands up and starts tracing the outlines and arches of galleries with his hands. Yawn. Really good news. We were supposed to wait around 72 hours. What, before he woke up? Emerging from his reverie, he catches himself, blushes slightly, and loudly flops back to his seat. I apologize. I wonder if it's the same no matter what I did. I got carried away, but you must understand how deep an impression this booklet had left on me when my young self picked it up. I simply couldn't think about anything other than Footfall. I was ready to give my life just to see this incredible station, and of course, no matter how hard my friends and loved ones tried to dissuade me, I still gathered all my savings and set out on the journey. Man, you must have been disappointed. It's no easy feat to cross 2 sectors, especially for a common citizen, albeit one who has some resources at his disposal. I had to change one ship after another, times being forced to stay and transfer worlds waiting for a vessel, head in the right direction, or for warp disturbances to subside. The voyage took me a total of 107 years, in real space-time, of course. For me, it was much less than that. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 30, 35. Jesus. This guy basically spent, well, let's just say 30 years traveling through space, getting stuck on worlds and stuff just to come to this shithole. For me, it was much less than that, so blah, blah. And then, after all those years, having spent all my savings, I reached my dream. And what did I see? A dump of a place of exquisite portico. Metal anthills clinging to the columns. The marble tiles pilfered by paupers to use as cladding for their hovels. Gordes hangs his head. It's been a dozen years since I came here, and I still haven't recovered from the shock. I had suspected that not everything from the booklet would exist in reality, but I never expected to see Footfall in such a sorry state. It's like stumbling upon the horrible decomposing corpse of your beautiful beloved. So then ink and paper too can lie and cause pain, Cassia sighs sadly. Does this mean that all I have ever read will one day disappoint me with the ugliness of reality? An architectural historian, is what happened to Footfall not part of its history? Whether strokes his goatee and thought, yes, Footfall's current appearance, slums fused together with the remains of majestic palaces, is a unique phenomenon. Is it though? I would be curious to observe if other places have taken after it, thereby solidifying it as a new style of architecture. Okay, guy, come on now. Be that as it may, I just want to say thank you for hearing me out. Over a dozen years I spent on football. Not one person over long enough to listen to my story to its end. It was such a lie that I was shredded of everything for a church mouse, but there's still something to offer you as my token of appreciation. Studying the booklet thoroughly, I've discovered something interesting. A ciphered message scattered throughout the pages, taking the form of a riddle. It describes certain places on football. I believe is the work of the booklet's creator. What if these riddles lead to something? A wondrous discovery. I will gladly share what I've been able to learn with you. Riddles? Flash of burning, almost childish curiosity brightens and casts the austere countenance. For a diagnostic? Oh. I see. I have, of course, but I'm an old man with blind in one eye and can barely move his legs. I've never found anything. Doesn't make sense. I mean, there's nothing to find. Tell me about the places the riddle leads to. The first location from riddles isn't far from here. It's a bridge that's supposed to go through the center of the district and into the void toward the neighboring asteroid. So is this like a literal physical bridge that's supposed to go like from a planet to an asteroid? That seems really dumb for a lot of reasons. Sounds cool, but dumb. Only a couple of its spans were built, and even those lie in ruins. Still, if the catch survived all those all those years, is there somewhere? They contain a catch left by the builders of Footfall. The second location, I don't even know if I can go there because there's an area blocked off. The second location is a lantern of the Great Cathedral. A lantern. There's a small tower on top of a dome. You've seen Footfall's atrium, haven't you? No, I have not. The whole atrium is just the nave of the former little cathedral. Lige's entire so-called palace would have fit inside what it was meant to be, not but a single room. The Great Cathedral, had it been built, would have been even bigger, but alas, its construction was getting underway when D1 died, and the work stopped. The lantern from its dome, blah blah blah. Front side, the atrium and dubbed the Chapel of St. Justus of the Warrior. Okay, that's all I know. Wish you luck. The turret that would have been crowned the colossal dome, now cutting the atrium. I'll have to try and remember about that.
It's about time.
Yeah. Sometimes with that kind of stuff, like waiting's the worst part, especially if they're like not awake and stuff.
Operation successful.
While walking the dog due to similar reasons and didn't get help fast enough. The time without blood to the brain caused the coma guy never woke up from it. Damn, sorry to hear that.
None shall stand in my way.
Fucking rough. Just out. It's kind of scary how stuff can just happen like that out of the blue. I mean, that's it. It usually, I mean, I don't know. I guess it always feels out of the blue. You're not sitting there just waiting one day like, oh, something's gonna happen today, I guess. No. Oh. Oh, by the throne, that's him, isn't it? The poor sap who got his tongue cut out by the anvers? Damn, dude just offed himself. That's the one. I think he was from Casabasilla. Well, his troubles are over now. Wasn't exactly close.
I did it?
A new challenge.
My
for me?
warp sight reveals something.
Spoopy. Master crafted power maw. I think someone has this. Is it James? James isn't here. That's so much damage. Why is it still showing? Hello? 6, 11, 15. This is just significantly better. Hey,
I'll lay
James.
claim to the stars.
What's up?
Follow my lead.
Oh, that just got a power them on. All right. Well, I appreciate your contribution to my armory. Goods.
This explorator
Mind
is
me,
blessed with most
feeling from your safe.
Victory awaits.
Not feeling great. I wasn't either earlier. Okay, a lot of kind of depressing talk in the stream. That's all right. I ain't mad about it, but just saying, everyone's having kind of a bad day, huh? Fuck this Friday in particular, I guess. One looks back in her. The woman looks to be in her 40s, and she is surveying with due interest. Her right eye appears to be almost black against her dusky skin, while her left eye emits a greenish light filtered through the smudged lenses of a prosthesis. Her arms are tattooed all the way to the base of her shoulders and her knuckles. Ryza. Looking for something specific? You're buying or maybe selling? Don't be shy, just ask. Old Ryza knows all kind of folks. My boys will be fetching you anything your heart desires. Oh, is this the lady I'm supposed to... Grandpa Backfall says hello? Ryza's face breaks into a barred smile. That old rascal. I thought he'd croaked in the mines a long time ago, but old man Backfall is still alive and kicking, you say? Me and him have been through a lot of interesting escapes together, and oh, all the weird and wonderful things we've acquired. Backfall wouldn't be sending his regards along with anyone. You must have done him a good turn, and because of that, old Ryza is going to give you a special discount. You'll gain a 5% discounts on items from Fellowship of the Void. Okay, how does a discount work though? Less profit factor? Yeah. The goods are you willing to buy? Tech is always the best. If it's broke, no sweat, we'll fix it and take it apart. If you score something so nasty that your fussy everyday traders won't look at it, fear not, just bring it over. Leave it to me and my boys will find a buyer. The handling the sacred technology by laced persons uninitiated in the omniscience priesthood is a category 8 blasphemy. So wait, is like category 1 the worst, or is like the higher the numbers the worst? Incriminating evidence of profane acts perpetuated by the unit named Old Ryza has been recorded for use in future judicial proceedings. She chuckles darkly. Do you mean to threaten me, Tech Priest? Well then, I'll keep a record of this conversation too. I wonder which of us will feel the harsh hand of justice first. Will it be me, standing in chains before your brethren, or you, standing in the airlock before my boys? Who are these boys you work with? Ryza lowers her booming, raspy voice. You heard about the clipper St. Cognis got hit recently? The cargo was cleaned out, everything of value taken. Well, that was my boys' handiwork. They call ourselves the Fellowship of the Void, an associate of enterprises like many people, blah, 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 blah. You notice Albert's face twist in disgust. But it seems he has a rather strong opinion on the vigils who Ryza refers to as Fellowship of the Void. Terribly noble of you. Ryza nods solemnly. It's a heavy burden, but someone's got to shoulder it, don't they? Glad you see where I'm coming from. Let's see what you got to offer. Serrated greatsword. Man, I need more profit factor, man. I don't have enough profit factor for just about anything later on for more reputation, so I don't see why I'm going to sell now. I don't know why I always think the thing on the left is the thing I'm trying to equip. Let's see what the sword does. On critical hit, the sword inflicts +1 stack of laceration effect for each stack of laceration. All attacks of the sword against the same target deal 10% plus damage. That doesn't seem that great. I'm gonna grab it because there's no reason not to. 13 to 20, huh? It's not bad damage. Armor penetration's pretty garbage, though. That's gonna take both of his hands, though. Why did it say the damage of this is better? When it is clearly not. The armor penetration is fucking way better, though. Kind of hate that I'd be losing the parry. That's so much more damage. Losing the parry, that debuff, and my option to bleed. Eh. Now let's try the sword a little bit. I don't think I've used the two-hander yet. I'm done with you, right? Ready to be going? Nice doing business with you.
Shall stand in my way.
Wasn't there supposed to be a statue or something that I was supposed to... outside? Whatever. I'll talk to you. Octaviana? The burly woman with a wealth of fiery hair is in the process of tinkering with some unknown device that is clicking meticulously. She has a rough-looking implant in the place of her lower jaw. As you approach, the implant begins to move as independently from the rest of her face. Welcome to the Ductus Amacius, ma'am. What can Octaviana get you? Amasec? Low? Something more interesting? What is this place? You're in the oldest watering hole in Footfall, ma'am. The Ductus Amacius is like Amasecus? Amasecus, maybe? I don't know. There's only a Ductus one can find a Footfall. She laughs hoarsely. I'm Octaviana. I serve drinks on near, and if it comes down to it, quite the rowdy ones. She sizes you up carefully. Folks usually come to the Amacius for either pleasure or business. May I ask what brought you here? Just curious about this place. Well, it sure is nice to know that this dive piques the interest of people other than the thugs and boozers. Then again, that Amacius is like a Grox. The outside's horrible to look at, but the insides are remarkably useful if you know what you're doing. Octaviana leans forward. Sitting at this bar often puts folks in talkative mood. I don't see anybody paying me to keep quiet. Visits from eminent individuals like yourself boost the status of my establishment, so I can repay you by sharing what I've overheard. Someone might help you out in your dealings. Okay. Anything about the Anvers gang? She gives you a searching look, then the answers in a low voice. Maybe I do know something. But let's not shout about it to the whole bar, all right? I'll be here long after you walk out of this bar, and the Anvers respect no our agreements, laws, or other gangs. Look at them the wrong way and you're dead. Anyway, to the point. Those Anvers are scum among scum, the most unhinged goons you can find on Footfall. And even other unhinged goons want nothing to do with them. They have no hierarchy, no territory, nothing. Only a nameless leader who most of the Anvers haven't seen once. This leader sends them leaflets with inspiring messages. Followers are recruited by other followers. They'll each try to bring them into line, but it's like this. You clear out one group, and in the meantime, 5 more spring up elsewhere. Like I said, no one knows who their leader is or where this leader operates from. But here's what I've noticed. The most recent Anver leaflets, the ones so fresh you can smell the ink on them, always show up in the same area on the big slum asteroid. Let me show you where it is real quick. She uses drops of liquid to draw a basic map on the right of the bar. Right around here, I'm positive they're printing their little poem somewhere in this area. Dame. Oh, this is a lot. Martyrs endured a second vessel that once belonged to the Adeptus Administratum. 100 Yugas, the bureaucrats sent a mission here to establish a department of some kind of record keeping over on football and make everything here follow a billion laws to the letter. As you can see, it was Martyr's Endurance and it's like got overhauled in the end. I don't know what happened to them, but the locals like to come here and make deals, count their money like before, and this Temple of Imperial's accountants. Over there, you can see the sign's been preserved, partially. Great place in your name. I like it on platter. It's not often we get important visitors here, and it's even less often they really appreciate the place. This place is a shithole. How are things here on Footfall? Haven't been to our fine station for a while, have you, ma'am? As per the usual, there's never a dull moment. Either someone's getting shot in the square, or some rich guy's going on a safari hunt. On a safari to hunt commoners in the Shadow Quarters. Man, what a lovely place. Sure, the Leech makes sure the local shenanigans don't get in the way of business on the station. But what happens on the outskirts adds a little spice to our lives. We make do, but the real trouble is, with every passing day, it gets harder to find grub. I heard that some horrors are happening on the void outside for Abundus. That not all the ships are making it here, and the Lead's old patrons don't seem to be in a hurry to help. It's taking a toll on Vladim's authority. And if his authority wobbles too hard, we'll have plenty of people lining up to take his place. Give me the latest. This one might interest you. A tale from a tipsy Voidborn from the cargo barge. They exited the warp halfway between Verabundus and Avarus system and came onto a shuttle wreck adrift. The shuttle was registered to the inevitability of Triumph, a merchant ship that disappeared decades ago. She was bound for Footfall. Her cargo holds brimming with valuable goods, but she never made it. If anything at all survived the shipwreck, could be quite the lucky find. Ooh. Here's another tidbit. Oh my god, so much tidbits. Some poor sot was here bawling about how his crew tossed out a whole shipment of cargo along with the trash, and it was his fault somehow. He hid the fact, and once they docked on Football, he immediately went on the run. No surprise there. Had they discovered his blunder, he would have been executed. I don't know what sort of cargo it was, but the ship he served on usually goes between Football and Winterscale's realm. She passes 100 Dreams Crossroads and Angren's Belt. If you happen in the area, you might want to look for whatever that idiot chucked overboard. Okay, that will do for now. Off the shell, uncorks it. Transparent, pungent, and smelling liquid fills the glasses between you. Pascal's respirator hisses quietly, and he says in an insinuating tone, the chemical composition of this substance is known to me, but never have I before come across such an unusual application. An exquisite pass of martyrdom in honor of the Omnissiah. Oof. Take a good look at it. Lower Imperium test successful. The glass contains a liquid that is clearly made from spent promethium. This is moonshine, virtually unfiltered, that quickly blows the drinker off their feet and, when imbibed regularly, turns their liver into a bubbling sponge. Oh, that sounds lovely. I'm gonna need to take better care of myself. Did I give you a little shock? I mean, hey, that's never a bad thing. I'm gonna drink it. Succeeded. Look, it burns your tongue in your throat, then in your stomach. Takes your breath away, but after a few seconds, warmth spreads throughout your body, and your head feels a little lighter than usual. Octavania clicks her tongue in approval. That's the second time I've seen a noble drink the Octane Blade without wincing, but I won't offer you any more. I've got just the thing set aside for such an occasion. Octavania grabs a dusty unopened bottle from the bar and clean glass. The amber liquid splashes against the crystal walls, and she adds in a couple of black pebbles. A soft, spicy aroma tickles your nostrils. Said I'm the second person to drink that octane blend without wincing. The first was Caligus Winterscale. That's right. The head of House Winterscale himself used to come here often. Impressive guy. True, whenever he and his officers came through the door, the locals would find themselves in a hole to hide in. Drinks weren't the only thing his ladyship liked knocking back. His lordship, his ladyship, I don't know why I said his ladyship. If someone so much as looked at him funny, he'd paint the walls red. Since it's hereditary, my grandpa and uncle actually died from cardiac. Damn. Hey man, like I said, that's not a bad idea. Maybe you start eating a little better or do some exercise, cardio, and all that stuff. I should take an example from my dad. He does a lot of cardio and stuff, goes runs often and all that shit. Alright, let's drink it. The M6 warms your throat presently. You can make it a hint of spice, the flavor of an oak barrel, and a distinct earthy aroma. You feel more at peace, and you reach the bottom of the glass sooner than you'd like. Give me something strong. Octavania shows you an empty bottle. Makes a helpless shudder. I'm sorry, ma'am. This was the last bottle of that year. What can I say? We're all feeling the brunt of football shipment problems. I'll be going. Octavania bows her head silently. Until next time, ma'am.
It's about time.
That was the old man. We're done with this fine establishment.
A new challenge for me.
I agree. You should. That does indeed not sound like a very good time. I think I might be done with the shadow quarters, but let me look around a little bit. There was somewhere they wanted me to go. Dogma has calcified over thousands of years. Anyone who deviates from the sanctioned hatred risks their very life. Is it a rumor? Oh. There's a destroyed bridge in the Shadow Clears, may contain the cash left by the builders of football. I don't know what bridge that's talking about.
To the stars.
I don't know if it's over here. Maybe I'll just come back here when it'll let me go there and worry about it then. Rather than wandering through here. I've been pretty thoroughly through this place. Probably in the quarantined area. I'm bored. I wish they tried to break out again. Shit's fucked up, man. My poor grandma has to take so much medication, man. When she had gone to the hospital after that, I started to do her medication for her, so like she doesn't have to do it. Like put it in the pill holder or whatever.
Follow my lead.
Follow my lead. Fireproof cape. The wearer of this cape is immune to burning. Also, whenever the wearer ends their turn, burning is removed from all adjacent allies. Is there gonna be like a lot of burning here or something, man? Does anyone need a cape still? Oh, right, yeah. I'm gonna give you a grenader thing, Av. You're gonna be a mindfucker and a grenade thrower.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Applaud my brilliance.
The shoebox of a chaplain atrium for his sermons. Strength, toughness. Oh. Well, you know, it's.
A new
Let me
challenge
go
for
back to
me.
the ship to get rid of his injury. I don't like having injuries. Yeah, and maybe go, you know, since it seems hereditary, like maybe go get checked out or something. Certainly can't hurt. Okay, injury should be gone, right? Yep, right. It'd be nice if, like, on the ship, like, to go to the void ship, I could just click on it and be like, rest, instead of having to do 2 loading screens.
Victory awaits.
Victory, oh, it's...
Do you require an audience?
Do
Follow
you
my
require
lead.
an audience?
Excellence matters.
Access received. Oh, nice. Fucking posters are everywhere. Oh man, there's so much shit to like.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Well, it was a 100% chance, so I'm not gonna argue with you. Gunsmith's Guild.
A new challenge for me.
Goods. Note from the lantern cache. You're on the right path, Seeker. Remember the place. Small quay, large windows. Dreams and stories. The hint mentions a small quay and large windows. That sounds like part of the Footfall's Void Dock Alpha Row. The heart of Footfall is a colossal statue of the Emperor carved from a single asteroid. Oh, that is indeed quite the big statue.
None shall stand in my way. Victory awaits.
What was it up this place I unlocked?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Athletics, jump over.
Lesson learned.
The skull's on it.
Nothing's impossible.
The
for
answer
this
is
old
obviously no.
officer.
What's this? Huh? Oh, there's a body there? Let's look at these goods first. Ooh. Commander's monocle. Alright, I'll be right back. I have to use the restroom. I'll be right back in a few. Boom. Okay. Yes, me back. Bleh. Let's see what this fancy little guy is. Whenever an ally is under the effect of wears voice of command ability, makes an attack during an extra turn. This attack deals an additional 3 fellowship bonus damage. So her or Kate, a little better on Kate. She has some of those. Doesn't she? Great sword. Oh, this might be an even better version of the great sword I just gave. What's his name? No. God damn it. Guess I'm not looking at it. Oh, I need to see if they were gonna play what's it called anyways. Let me poke them.
I don't believe it.
This is difficult to even use Discord with this, man. I can't see my.
It's not possible.
Fuck off, Kiana. Okay. Hubert. Why Hubert? Ab, do you know why Hubert? Do you know the Hubert lore? Alright, you're gonna be you're a racist. Oh, look at your fancy looking Matrix glasses. You look like a Matrix character for sure now. With a big beard. I asked once and the only answer I got was, why not? Just Wendy being Chaos Gremlin? Yeah, I asked as well. Yep, and I got the same answer. Because why the fuck not would be the exact words. Awareness 100.
As it should be.
Finished wounds and injuries on this was particularly brutal. Murder. The later is A and V carved into the victim's shoulder blade.
Follow my lead.
Jesus. Server does mechanical whirring, produces a quiet whirring, occasionally enjoyed by clicking. Okay. Oh, we got fucking spots. We got a platform too. Gotta pass 3 checks to get it. Oh, some nice loot though. Oh, the sword. I forgot about the sword. Fellowship bonus is 6. 3 times 6 damage. Okay, cool. The sword. Great sword. Serrated great sword. Better penetration. It doesn't have the critical thing, but it has the bonus parry. Which I don't know how much he critical hits, so I'm gonna take this. I'll still use this hammer.
It's about time.
There's fucking litter everywhere.
The machine god grants me insight.
Victory
Nothing.
awaits.
The sight of this cogitator would be enough to break any tech priest's heart. The machine is leaning slightly to one side, grimy, covered in scrawled drawings with frivolous writings scratched here and there on the casing. Several keys are missing and the rest are coated with dust. Bosco's respirator leaks out a mournful hiss before he says grimly, "The right of operation has been repeatedly and blasphemously violated. Requesting the identification and punishment of the deplorable acolyte entrusted with caring for the spirit of this machine. Try to repair the cogitator." After a series of cracks and groans, the cogitator's dusty screen lights up. On it are several lines of text. Section headings. Praise the Omnissiah. The machine spirit of this cogitator is agreed, but willing to serve. God, the fucking tech priest stuff there. Adam Jensen? Oh yeah, it does look like Jensen. I kill a tech priest, unplug the toaster. Raise the arm to side of the machine spirit of this cogitator. Okay, that. Gently place a couple keys lying on the floor back into place. Select the section titled Welcome. The screen flickers a few times before revealing the world to the world in a text in Low Gothic. And the name of the founder of the football station, Conqueror of the Stars, builder of outposts, the noblest rogue trader, Perismus Dwayne. On behalf of all his descendants, I welcome you. This cogitator was installed on the order of the illustrious Parsimus, so that the needy may tap into the flow of his wisdom. Cast your eyes upon the lists of sections and choose what you wish to know. Abelard Burrow for Parsimus Dwayne? I never heard of such a rogue trader house. Lord Captain Parsimus Dwayne, one of the trailblazers of the Cronus Expanse, and the station founder. I've read about his great deeds. Lord Dwayne was once a colonel of the Astra Militarum, but by his will, later inherited the warrant. He accumulated enough power to gather a small fleet of loyal allies and venture out to conquer the Cronus Expanse. They say Footfall was meant to be his personal palace world, but the construction dragged on for decades, and Lord Parsimus eventually died of old age. His enemies instantly tore Footfall to pieces and turned it into a bastion of humanity we know today. One that is full of bandits, privateers, hustlers, and rogue traders. Pleased with herself, Cassia nods slightly to let everyone know that the lecture is over. Oh god. Select the section titled About Footfall. Very pleased with herself. Footfall Station has been envisioned by the great Perismus Dwayne as a palace among the stars. As majestic as the spirit and mind of its creator, as the year of the cogitator's installation, merely a small fraction of the great Perismus design has been yet made a reality. But already their audacity and grandeur are staggering. Footfall has become the gateway to the savage and barely explored Cronus Expanse. A footfall for future conquest by the Imperium and the noble Parsimus Dwayne, who acts by the Emperor's will. Cogitator wheezes and blinks, clearly trying to shut down. Attempt an emergency repair! Orders and turns back on. One of the first structures on Football was a Colossus statue of the Emperor. Yep, I saw that. A whole asteroid was used for the creation of the sculpture, but even its titanic proportions cannot convey the awe that every faithful servant of the Imperium feels before the Master. The statue is the center of Footfall in the same way that the Emperor is the center of the heart of the Imperium. As construction progresses, new and smaller asteroids are being attached to the statue. Their surface serving as a foundation for glorious palaces and temples. The inner tunnel is a home for commoners and rabble. The cogitator flickers and grunts before displaying a tapestry of text. Like Perismus Dwayne intends to conquer the Cronus Expanse and build the most grandiose structure, which will shine through the ages, praising the names of its creator and his descendants. Footfall, the palace, and the stars. The glory of Perismus deeds will live throughout the centuries. In age's grand design, the cogitator hisses blah blah blah. Putting out dust and enrichments to its cracks, it's done. The cogitator hisses for a while, and the screen flickers, and once more shows the words, "The great Perismus Dwayne intends to conquer." Pascal's vox reads mournfully, "The spirit of this machine is enraged. It will perform its function no more. I'll see to that its profaners responsible for its maintenance are marked for servo penance." What is he planning to conquer, though? Nope. The buzzing crowd has closed on several hurried-looking individuals. Some of their faces are smeared with fresh blood. The angry cries and twisted faces leave no doubt. A massacre is about to take place. That's a good question. Pretty high is what the skull count is. I couldn't possibly count them all if I tried. Dude, like, you listen, you want a game challenge? Like, you know how some things do, like, you gotta beat the game without dying with this challenge and stuff? Do a skull challenge on this game. Bro, that would be the hardest challenge ever. Just cut their throats already? What were we thinking, letting that ship dock at Footfall? They're all stricken? No, no cutting. We'll get the blood on us. We'll be tainted too. Better burn them. Talking about me? Be quiet, you scoundrel! A priest clad in simple black raiment cuts through the crowd like a void ship crossing the sky. You dare pass judgment on others? What arrogance to think you have the right. Watch in silence. Reverend, but these are heretics. Real heretics. The whole planet is plagued. Folks say they all died over there. And why is that, huh? Because they're heretics, and the Emperor punished them. But what it do? Just counts the skulls, you see? Skull. Skull. Skull, 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 skull. Little skull. Skull, skull. Skull, skull. Another skull. I think there's a skull below there. I can't tell. Can't tell with that one either. Yeah. Skulls. I count skulls. We're no heretics. One of the people surrounded by the crowd raises his chin. We ran from the heretics, barely escaped with our lives. There was no plague on our planet. Only the arch enemy's minions, a whole army of them. He spits on the ground. And if you want to blame anyone, blame those who abandoned our world. Blame the governor. Blame the tech priests. Blame the masters of Kiavagama who forsook it in their darkest hour. What's going on here? Several dozen gazes bore into you. And who are you supposed to be? Concerned citizen? An armed one? That suggests you think, well, we're supposed to be incognito, so let's not say who I am. It is you think well before giving me lip. The rabble rouser gives you an appraising look, so you got a point there. I wonder if you can back it up. Silence! You must be completely out of your minds. A band of woefully dim-witted reprobates who think themselves bringers of justice. Who are you to pass judgment on anyone? All you ought to be doing is suffering and repenting till the end of your days. What's so wrong about that, Reverend? We just want to put these heretics to death. That's not true. Hold on a second. My internet disconnect like for a split second? Oh, okay, there it goes. Weird. We're not heretics. The haggard man is on the verge of tears. We're refugees. I swear it on the golden throne. We served the Imperium faithfully until they hung us out to dry. Where were the protectors that were meant to shield the lanes of humanity from nightmares? Traitors. Traitors and heretics. The lot of them. A murmur runs through the crowd. The people gawk at you, at the priests, at the wretched group huddling in the center. How tiring. The motley sea of colors that fills this restless cloud is hard on the eyes. So many hues, but most of them acid yellow streaks of fear. The red buds swelling, ready to burst and paint all who are gathered here. Cassia looks at the crowd of troublemakers warily, and they shudder at the very sight of her. As for the hearts of those who have been forced to defend themselves, they are shrouded in purplish black grief, but their words as transparent as ice that lies at the top of a glacier. But the commoners are always deaf to others, suffering for such is their nature. Interfering in their affairs is hardly worthy of you or me, Proxy. I thought it was on my cat because my cat has the zoomies. Oh, the noise? Nah. I don't know if it was telling me something disconnected or connected. I don't know what the sound was about, but... yeah. Dress the refugee. There's a serious accusation just happened. I hope you have proof to back them up. All the onlookers are returned to their homes immediately. The refugees can go to Dock Alpha Rail. I'll speak to you later. Comply or face consequences. I like this because it's a skill test. And I think I get experience for that. But this kind of sounds like, you know, fun, like, you know, blood. Let's get 2 to get some experience. I like experience. Press to expand. Rabble Rouser looks at you borsely. I don't want to get in trouble over this lot. Gain only 23 experience. How much does it take to level? Refugees use their interruption to make off in the direction of Dock Alpha Rio. I'm gonna take them on my ship or something. I hope I get profit factor from that or something eventually. The arrogance and self-righteousness of Malefactor. The priest shakes his head disapprovingly, then his eyes shift to you. I'm Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso, the head of Drusian mission here on Footfall. I thank you for your stepping in. Please come see me when you have the time. We can talk then. I gotta watch him slowly walk away. Arm? Just a random fucking arm? What? Didn't I fucking heal you? Why are you fatigued? I'm so confused, Av. What's going on here? Why is my camera fucking...
None
Tighten that thing.
shall stand in my way. I rise to the occasion.
The cutscene? No, I wasn't paying attention. This? Was this in the cutscene? I wasn't paying attention.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
I did not. Too busy looking at the text, I guess. The man with the face is so drawn it appears to be made of nothing but skin and bones fixing his unblinking bird-like eyes. The priest simple black clothes have nothing to do with no ornaments, no masks, and do nothing to mask his unhealthy gauntness. In a cracked voice he says, the Emperor protects. A holy man, are you? Here are some alms for you. I have no need of baubles. Play with them yourself if they bring you joy. Money can buy you neither peace nor salvation. And you must be the young von Valancius. The name carries weight, and it is a burdensome one, for its reputation suggests that Theodora encumbered it with many a transgression. I wonder, will you seek to shed them, or will you carry them onward, picking them up along ripe fruit, savoring their sweet poison? No, no dogmatic. Have no doubt about me. I'm a complete reprobate and an invertebrate miscreant whose existence is an affront to the Emperor. He studies you with a heavy gaze and erupts into a fit of laughter, his voice so hoarse, you fear his vocal cords are about to snap. Well, at least you're not lying to yourself. You are a filthy blasphemer and a blight in his eyes, as am I, as are we all. This is the Cronus Expanse. There is no virtue here, only profaners steeped in villainy. That's not the response I was expecting. I do love the word reprobate. What are you doing in Footfall? What am I doing as dead of blasphemers, pagans, and the vilest of souls, you mean to say? Well, Footfall is the first and last stop for the Cronus Expanse. Ah, man, my stomach's starting to bother me again. It's the point of arrival for those who have just started on their path, and it is also where those who are reaching the very end of its return, their souls wounded and bleeding, embrace the former and the latter, so that they may cast an honest eye over their impurity. Furthermore, rumors from across the entire sector amass in Footfall. If I hear crewmen whispering about reclaimed Shrine World or expressing desire to carry the Emperor's light into the darkness among the stars, I help my flock in their sacred duty. Devoted trailblazers need assistance both spiritual and material. Tools, equipment, even garments are the simple everyday items. Anything that might help pilgrims on their long journey. And during the first days of harsh frontier life is worth its weight in gold to us. May any help you offer to the effort of gathering such things be a blessing. Oh, you talk too much. Path of true believers leads into darkness to search for words, the loss of faith of radiance, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, great. Waiting for news of an ancient ark known as the Wasteland Wayfarer, which is set for distant stars in search of new worlds. I bear another darker duty. The expanse is filled with the tainted creations of unholy heretics. These mysterious objects are a danger to the soul, but I know what to do with them. Should you on your travels come upon dangerous corrupted objects, bring them to me, and the reward for your vigilance will be even more generous. The Drusian mission has much to share with a rogue trader. Let's take a look what you have to offer. I have no standing with you. Doesn't look like I need much. Bloodhound staff. Alright, let's grab the med kits. Interesting. Forester helmet. All targets of taunting screams suffer a -2 strength bonus, tough bonus penalty to the willpower test against this ability. Do I even have that? Hero scroll. Bloodhound staff. Oh, navigator staff, huh? Can I like switch characters? Devastating 6. First use of an attacking navigator power per turn does not set the power on cooldown and does not count towards the attack limit per turn. The second use of this power of the attacking navigator around the same turn deals an additional 6 damage to all targets and 6 direct damage to the navigator. So she'd take a little damage, but wow, that seems pretty nice. You're telling me I get to do 2 lidless eyes per turn? That gives more willpower too. I mean, that one's nice too, though. But let's put this new one on. She can take a little damage. Her being able to do that eye twice in the turn is ridiculous. Well, I wasn't done talking to you, was I?
This galaxy is my playground.
Okay. Why? For a missionary, his temple is a patch deck beneath his feet. Here I can see their valor, just futile hopes and flashes of sincerity. I have a habit of locking myself in a temple. Would I have made it in time to intervene at the massacre of subjects from Kanavagama? Nope. Truth resides not in Golden Halls, but here in the square among the people. Golden Halls are home to other, far filthier things. Okay, see ya.
Follow my lead.
So there's a lot of like shops and stuff. I'm gonna have to come back here to visit this place every so often. Very little combat this session so far.
Victory awaits.
We'll go up there last then. Dreadful Xenos. Above the creature's elongated eyes, you see the remains of quite human eyelids. Looks a lot like this Xenos is in the work of not particularly skilled surgeon, slightly more proficient makeup artist. Is not a Xenos, just ordinary Voidborn who lost the mutation lottery.
A new challenge for me.
Punish the Xenos. A coin for a go. Punish the enemies of humanity. Ah, that's fucked up.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Xenobeastus unknown us? Behavior cruelty, tricky, rampant mating. Habitat void, doesn't need air. Diet rocks. Rocks. Fears the Emperor, fire. God, man.
I did fine.
Access received.
Operation successful.
Who thought that was a good idea? A
Bro!
soldier would have been disciplined for such a performance. Who thought that was a good idea?
I failed 355% in a row.
Lesson learned. An expected result.
He failed 4 times in a row. Abel, you
None shall
disappoint me.
stand in my way.
Good things he can only get 2 stacks of that, it seems. Otherwise, he'd have a bunch of them. Is that why I got that? Did I like fail another one earlier? God, man.
Victory awaits.
Oh God. Low hum of voice is quiet and does engage a shift towards you. The tall man shaved his head and is rubbing his hands together nervously. His opulent clothes are nearly busting at the seams of his muscular body, and his expression is forbiddingly grim. Still, he's trying to put on an air of friendliness. Greetings, you must be. He glances at the scroll on his mechanical hand implant. Mistress Fidelio? All guests have arrived. And you're last on the list. We couldn't well start without you. Your presence is absolutely vital. Of course I'm Fidelio. Sure. Fidelio? Puts on a broad smile and catches himself quickly, frowns once more. Please, we can talk later. Chaplain is about to begin. What is this tomfoolery? Abelard grumbles, but then before making sure that the man is out of earshot, awareness, look around. The gathering you found yourself at seems refined and respectable at first glance. The decorations of the attendees' clothes speaks of wealth, and so does the location, which isn't far from the Legion's residence. But you notice that most of those gathered around here are rather imposing physique. Many of them have scars and military-grade implants. Several of the guests look like they're covering the exit. A few are clearly carrying concealed weapons. Your appearance has definitely attracted everyone's attention. Just about every guest here is keeps glancing at you. Some are clearly watching your every move, even though they are trying not to show it. I wonder who this Fidelio is, or why they cannot start proceedings until he or she appears. Judging by the way that fellow with the list is talking about her, it's someone very important, but it's not a name I've heard before. I want to see what this is about. Ready for an ambush. Oh, what a terrible, sorrowful day. We must pay our respects to the life and soul of Footfall Society, a loyal servant to the Imperium, a generous benefactor who spared no expense in keeping the fire of faith burning. An example to all future generations, and the most noble and unforgettable Master Bellardo. This loss, the fussy administrator clerk speaks in a strained voice and keeps peeking at a paper with text on it. He speaks, drags on and on, bleeding into a monotonous cascade of praises of the late Master Bellardo. Time passed 20 minutes. So let us offer a prayer to the Emperor for the repose of Master Bellardo's soul and the prosperity of his heirs. They didn't even bother doing all the text. And I'll pass you over to our most beloved Reverend Chaplain. A formidable looking man dressed in the attire of an estuary mission glares at the gathered crowd. And here you all are, you vultures. Let's offer a prayer then. But if you think the Emperor or his messenger, the messenger of his will, in other words, myself, does not see into your vile souls, you are sorely mistaken. Chaplain looks at you and gives you a slight nod. I wasn't referring to Mistress Fidelio. At least the Dens himself wanted to see her at his funeral. But the rest? I know every one of you, and I would be astonished to discover anyone here who truly mourns his loss. So go ahead, pray for Bellardo's soul. Soon the flames will take him. A fitting end for a life like his. May the Emperor keep his soul. Without another word, the chaplain makes a sign of Aquilia, proudly turns away from the attendees. Eagle, table with drinks.
Read about this.
There's an odd smell to this emisac. It seemed very likely that this drink has been poisoned. Whoever prepared the body of the gray-haired man lying in the coffin, they did a good job. Even in death, he looks majestic. Abelard maintains a grave expression befitting the occasion. Until he sees the face of the deceased, he frowns, he peers at it with suspicion. Then he gasps, astonished, almost dazed. Oh, B, this is quite the meeting. It can be called such under the circumstances. Take a look at the deceased. The implants left in the deceased's body speak of his high standing. Expensive tech is typically extracted from the dead. And only the most prominent and wealthy avoid this fate upon their death. Abelard, you know this man? Do I? Oh, I'd tell you all about this man. But the words I'd use would be improper at a funeral. This, your ladyship, is Jerry Can Dens. Known back in the day as one of the most notorious pirates in the Cronus Expanse. They nicknamed him Jerry Can for his habit of having a jug or two of Prometheum on hand. He did love burning things. Oh yes, he was a menace back then. How long ago was it? 60 years ago? I was serving my last days in the Navy when news came of his latest attack. Abelard distractedly runs a hand through his hair. Well, well. There was a time when the sight of Jerry Can in a coffin would have been enough to make me dance. Quite literally. By the thrown out have danced a chick on the spot. But now, I don't know. No more jumping into the warp right from under the cruiser's nose. Eh, you old beast? Who would have thought I'd be at your funeral? This is very grand for a pirate's funeral. Is this normal for footfall? Folks on footfall are known to turn a blind eye to many things, but even the locals aren't so unscrupulous to honor pirate scum a few paces away from the Liege's residence. But no one has heard of Dens for many decades. I barely recognized him myself. I've seen his face on pics a fair few times back then. I assume he retired and started a more or less honest life under a new name. What do they call him? Master Bellardo? Step away from the coffin.
It's about time.
Raise the deceased, a fresh entry stands out. Repentance. The signature underneath. Fid. Letters are cramped and barely legible.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
What are you doing hiding back here? Delia, the girl dressed in expensive clothes, raises her sad little face to you and says in a serious voice, "Hello. Who are you and what are you doing here?" Hiding? She hesitates for a moment. Thought I was going to cry. I didn't want anyone to see. Hi, my name is Delia Bellardo. That's my grandpa in there, in the box. Where are your parents? My dad is Cass Bellardo. He's with the guests, and my mom ran away. They told me she hates dad and grandpa. I guess she hates me too. I don't know. It was a long time ago. I don't even miss her anymore. I miss grandpa. He was the nicest. She presses her lips together and lets out quiet, very unchildlike sigh. You ever heard the name Fidelia? It's someone my dad is very mad at. My dad is always mad at everyone. My grandpa, mom, Dagon, chaplain. Did your grandfather mention the word repentance to you? He did. That word kept appearing in our house and nobody knew who wrote it. I used to make grandpa happy when I was little. He always smiled when he saw it, but then later, when I was a little bigger and grandpa was already old, I stopped making him happy. He was sad. He would just sit there and stare at nothing. And after that, when he got sick, he stops, her big eyes glistening with tears. When he got sick, the writing started to scare him. More and more of it appeared. Repentance, 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 even in his bedroom. One time he pointed at that word, said something very weird about dead eyes and about cobras going to class. Abelard, who was looking at her with sympathy, narrows his eyes. What did you say? Cobra's going to class? Are you sure that's what your grandfather said? Oh, I'm sure. Of course I'm sure. Grandpa was ill. I sat with him. And this one time, he just started talking about Crowbars. I was sad, but it was a little funny. Crowbar, get to class, he said. Avalar strokes his beard. Perhaps this is old Navy officer in me talking, but I'm almost certain he wasn't talking about a snake, but a Crowbar class destroyer. Cobra going to class, you see? Because you're sick. Maybe? Someone left strange words in the Book of Remembrance as if they were from Fidelio. That wasn't your doing by any chance? Ha, that would have been a funny prank. Her eyes lit up a little. If I don't play pranks, it was someone else. Maybe Fidelio did it very quietly. Maybe it was someone who's not on the list. But also somebody nobody would suspect. I must take my leave, goodbye. Hello? Okay.
I won't tolerate weakness.
So these potential comments. Yes, I'm our good old dens. Croaked, you see. Up close, the chaplain is an even stronger impression of a tall, burly man whose face and hands bear numerous scars. Star visits who tell the story of many heretics. Went to end upon an encounter with the depth of true faith. Chaplain gives you a friendly nod, but his gaze is tense, like he's trying to get a sense of who you are. Pleasure to meet you, Mistress Fidelio. I prefer to go by Chaplain. It is both my name and my occupation. You know, it's funny how, despite being Denz's, that is to say, Master Bellarder's closest associate and confessor, never heard of you, the woman he chose to be his sole heir. Ah, I'm glad, of course, that the inheritance didn't go to any others, the vultures, but I'm still curious, why you? We were especially close. Citrus and Chaplain nods. Unsurprising, Denz did like remarkable people, and he knew how to get people to like him. Given your speech during the ceremony, I think you're not fond of the other attendees. I'm a missionary of St. Drusus. The truth of Empyrean speaks through me, so I see no point in pretense. All those who gathered here have one goal: to take a bite out of chunk out of Denz's estate. Ambition and aspirations of wealth are not immoral in themselves, but the chaplain grimaces. Just now I'm sickened by the thought of such a great man has left behind nothing but a pile of human refuse. His son is a drunk and a weakling. His friend Dagon, the one who greeted you at the entrance, is a dim-witted brute with an incredibly bloated ego. His widow made off on the family yacht in the direction of the mall while his body was still warm. With an entourage of 5 brawny, good-looking young fellows. Is she going to get the inheritance or whatever? Chaplain peers at you once more. I'd like to believe he didn't choose you as his heir on a whim, Mistress Fidelio. At least you had the guts to come here into the nest of vipers who despise you because of Denz's money and property slipped through their fingers. I respect that kind of audacity, and so did he. Maybe a friend and associate of a famous pirate. Chuckles, the scars on the face grow more prominent. Do you know why they call me Chaplain? It's because I was a priest on Denz's ship in his wilder days. If you're surprised, you shouldn't be. There are plenty of heretics come among the pirated expanse, but Denz wasn't one of them. He was a true believer, and he shared more of the Imperium's ideals than some of those stiff-necked officers. Later, with an iron fist and an iron will, don't we owe our conquest of thousands of star systems to people like that? And the ones he robbed were mostly types of no true subject that the Imperium would shed a tear over. Xenos, heretics. Not all of them, of course, but the Emperor will judge as Zen was a decent man. A subject of inheritance, when can I claim it? You can't just wait. Chaplain scoffs. At the funeral, Denz will be delivered into flames and announce his last testament. You'll officially come into your inheritance. I have a strong suspicion that someone here wants to be dead. Chaplain grins. You don't say. How can this be? Someone wants the sole heir of the tremendous fortune dead? And this place where other contenders deprived of those riches have gathered? Okay, smart ass. If you, Mistress Fidelio, are really worth Denz's names, you will deal with these minor vicissitudes. Considering this my blessing, the Emperor protects anyone who deserves it, that is. Thank you for speaking with me. I must go.
None shall stand in my way.
Trap. Looks like a delivery set trap to collapse as part of the building. That's not nice. I wanted goods.
A new challenge for me.
Auspex has detected something.
Not trap.
Follow my lead.
Let's go out. Cass, is this the father? Where's the other dude? Oh, it's this guy. Oh. Guess that triggered it. You hear some delicately clear in the throat. The source of the sound turns out to be the administration clerk you saw next to the chaplain. His clothes are neat and impeccably pressed. His face, however, reveals extreme nervous bordering on fear. Why, good Mistress Fidel, I do hope you're satisfied with the service provided by our establishment. He leans in a little closer and whispers, I beg of you, help me. But please, keep your voice down. We can't let anyone hear us. It's a matter of life and death. What's the matter? The clerk wipes the sweat from his brow nervously. Please understand that it's very difficult to get on foot, to get by on footfall with my wages. In Imperial Regulation 438L on Porous Motor Service Workers on Peripheral Worlds directly prohibits the chief operator of cremation from leaving their workplace for any reason other than sleep, food, severe illness, and to maintain their standards. Therefore, I'm practically forced to look for other sources of income that allow me to stay within the walls of this here establishment. I set up a little, shall we say, enterprise. I replace the implants of the deceased with the identical replicas and sell them to the right people when I have the shipment ready. Oh boy. I just prepared the newest batch of superb, unique implants for the highest quality, but I got careless. I used my first sick leave in 4 standard years. And it was on the very day that Master Bellardo passed away, and his family was quick to organize a ceremony in a crematorium. I simply didn't have the time to prepare, and now my container full of goods is in the furnace, and if you don't help me, they're going to burn it any minute. Right, so you hit values of the crematorium's furnace. Up in the flank of everything you see, I am most definitely Mistress Philidor. I'm afraid you've misplaced some of my documents. Wait, so you hit valuables on the cremation's furnaces? I've been hiding them there for 10 years now, and quite successfully, I might add. Only the richest citizens can afford services of the crematorium, and sadly, they don't die all that often. Usually I sell the goods before the next body arrives. I got unlucky this time. Help me, I beg of you. What do you need from me? What are you offering in return? Well, there's still time. Could you please get the furnace and pull the container with implants out of there? I'll split the goods 50-50. You can even have your pick. Just please hurry. They'll soon be put in the coffin with old Bellardo where it belongs. And then poof, we reduced to ash with price lines in it. Why you decide to ask me specifically for help? There's no one else to turn to, the clerks exclaimed in dismay. All the guests here are scoundrels, murderers, and crooks. Or all three at once. I was going to send in a servitor. Only personal servitors of House Bellardo are allowed into the courtyard today. I don't have their access codes. You're all I have left. I can tell you're an upstanding individual with the most notable accountants, too. When I saw you, I knew she is the one who will save me. Oh, up in the following condition. You see, I most definitely Mistress Philidor. I'm afraid I misplaced some of my documents. You may get a copy of everything you can find in the archives has it with my name on it. You'll get your contraband. Of course, we'll do. You'll be most pleased with the results. Just help me, for Throne's sake. Throne, preserve you. Make it look like you're just having a look around. It's a lot easier for you to wander in a restricted area without raising suspicion than it is for me. Find the container. It's in the far corner. Get out. Come back to me. I'll be waiting. Okay. I was trying to talk to someone. Cass.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Trap. second. A man of indeterminate age turns towards you and sighs loudly. You can tell by his breathtaking ceremony after indulging 1 or 2 glasses of strong drink. Ah, Mistress Fidelio. I've heard so much about you, and here you are, at last, in the flesh. Thank you for speaking with me. Goodbye. Did your father ever speak to you about repentance? Ha 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 ha, that's hilarious. Even good old Chaplain doesn't tell me to repent. He gave up on me long ago. My old daddy gave up on me long before that, he laughed nervously. Wait, you mean that repentance? Those stupid ghosts or whatever it was? Pretty sure if my father did it himself, the senile old crook. Maybe it was my daughter messing around. Where else could those words have come from? What words are you talking about? Oh, you don't know? Out of the blue, writing started appearing on a wall in our house. Just one word: repentance. Big, sprawling scribbles like a child's handwriting. First one appeared about 10 or so years back. The help kept whispering about it being the work of ghosts. Ooh. But for some reason, the old man didn't want to do anything about it. Told me not to. The writing amused him somehow. Whenever he'd see repentance scratched on the wall, he'd just grin. The Bellardo dial of age, debauchery, old wounds. By the end, my old dad was more implant than man. Especially after the assassination attempt, people tried to kill him, you see, about 12 years ago. What is it that you've heard about me? He forces a smile that you were close. Very close with. Ah, forget it. I didn't mean anything by it. Just make a conversation. Pardon me, Cast Bellardo. I have the honor of being the only child of the deceased. He sends a mocking salute in the direction of the coffin. You don't seem particularly grief-stricken of your father's death. If I was the one lying in that box, he wouldn't be crying his eyes out either. Cass bites with a sudden acidity. Takes a moment to calm himself. Son's feelings are complicated. I wasn't a good son, old Dens wasn't a good father. But I do miss him in my own way, yes. He always seemed timeless to me, not just a bag of neat and ugly ambitions like the rest of us are.
It's about time.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
So how much experience does it take to level any of this? A bit. So something like 8 experience is basically nothing. I'll take it though. So firing trap wasn't placed here by accident. Did we talk to this dude?
Tolerate weakness.
Tall man welcome the other entrance is shifting from foot to foot. He keeps glancing around with a gloomy expression. He nods to you sympathetic, Mistress Fidelia. Did Bellardo ever mention repentance to you? No, but I know what you're talking about. The scribbles in his home, right? Yeah, it happened all right. That writing just appeared out of nowhere on the walls, the mirrors. Always the same word, repentance. I told him to get a psyker to check out his house for sorcerer, but he said no. Too pricey, I guess. He said something about that, how he had already paid too much for repentance. Not a lot of psychers around. Not a single one will cost you as much as a team of top-notch bruisers. How did Bellardo die? Badly. He went downhill real fast. Just a year ago, he was still living it up. Storming the slump asteroids to shoot riffraff and mutants. And all of a sudden, he was done. His old wounds had caught up with him, and there was plenty of those, both from the old days and more recent ones. Like when somebody tried to bump him off 12 years back, I think it was. Never introduce yourself. I'm Dagon Othio. I was first mate of Den's ships, Master Bellardo. You for occupation, have a good idea what role you played under his command? Dagon smirks. They used to call me Torch. He's Jerry Can, I'm Torch. Those were the days. I must take leave. Awkward. Alright, how big is this place? Not very. Is there gonna be a fight in here? Big glass steel furnace. Space reserved. Oh, I wonder if this guy told me this stuff to set up as a trap to like burn me inside
I'll
the
lay claim
furnace.
to the stars.
You wanna
Compared
fuck
to
up
naval
the...
service, that was barely a challenge.
Oh, tech use first. So is it just like a engine from like a ship?
This explorator is blessed with
Ancient Star
multifunctionality.
Station engine for the needs of crematorium. It is right below. Johnny, one of the last citizens there winning soundtrack for 5. Yeah, I just thought it like 2 of the other things were like obvious trolls for the Steam Awards, but the Last of Us soundtrack didn't seem like one, and it seems like an odd choice. Like there had to be something that had a better soundtrack that came out this year. I don't know. Do rave. The lid of the container automatically opens when touched. It is completely empty. Oh, it's a trap. Big surprise. Damn it, open fire. Shoot the walls, the floor, the door is fortified.
That was insulting.
So I see there's a little panel here. Can I like shoot it?
In the shadows of the Imperium's ignorance,
Okay.
my genius blossoms. Oh, how they feel the brilliance that eludes their narrow
Interesting.
vision.
Holy shit!
Yeah. They're on fire, on fire. Put them out. Put them out quick. The voices come through streams of something thick and foul. Your eyes are covered with whatever unbidden savior saw fit to splash over your head. Speaking of best fighting game, The Last of Us Part 2. Best first-person shooter, The Last of Us Part 2. I think Hi-Fi Rush was pretty good. A music game that might make sense for it to be, you know, game of the year or whatever, or not game of the year, soundtrack of the year. Just I don't know. Last of Us seems like such a strange one. There's a criminal. Okay. Last, you can make out the silhouette of a vagabond dressed in rags leaning over you. He throws up his hands. Your lateness. Are you all right? Did you hit anything? Any bad burns? You fell right through the ceiling. It's mighty high up. Who are you and what are you doing down here? We live here is all, your ladiness. You see these are old tunnels? They dug them back in Mr. Wayne's times, right through the asteroid. It's a little stuffy down here, but it's warmer than up in the big palaces on the surface. It sure is warm under the crematorium's furnace. They barely burn anyone up there, but they do fire it up often enough that it's good for us. Sure, sometimes an odd smell makes it through the vents, like they're making roast, makes your mouth water. You guys are watering over people being burned. What can you do? That's the cost of comfort for you. Do you happen to know who Fidelia is? Reagan looks at each other in surprise. I mean, wasn't that their Fid lad used to live under the fifth void? And his hussy kept yelling all like, my Fido, Fidelio, Fid, same deal, right? Give alms, I'm feeling kind today. Here, for your help with the fire. The Logman's face brightens and they accept your handout with a bow. Oh, thank you kindly. Something to buy a bit of food with. Because, well, we used our soup to put you out, you see? It was only 2 days old. How do I get out of here? Like, so they put out the fire on me with soup. Well, being good game one labor love. That's obvious troll though. I'm sorry, Skyrim's winning. Skyrim and space winning innovative game. Yeah, that's obviously those are the 2 troll ones. Man, don't get me started on fucking Starfield again. First, you'll need to pull out a big ol' Found back to the crematorium for you. Look for yourself. It's all burnt to collapse, but it's no biggie. There's only one way up, so you won't get lost. First, you'll need to pull this big old lever to open the doors, but it's by the busted pipe. That's where the lever is. After that, you just walk through the corridors to the shaft, old warehouse. There you are on the surface. The fact that the incompetence of the crematorium's maintenance staff saved our lives does not make their negligence any less egregious. I will register a complaint. Wow, I can just kill them?
Feel my wrath!
Oh my god, that's terrible! Hello? Oh, this is the positioning. I can't really move. They saved my life with their only food that's 2 days old. Oh, here's some money. Thanks for saving me. Die, scum. Shadow of Doubt? Never heard of it. What'd it do?
Oh, I am powerless to act. What if?
What if?
I took care of this one.
Push it further with sales and let the devs push it out of early access sooner. Nah, let's give it to some AAA game that should have been way better than it was.
Victory is imminent.
Yeah, I'll check it out in a minute, maybe after this fight. Can't remove. Whose turn? Now she gets another turn. Okay, so it leaves a little thing on the ground. Interesting. So do I have to? Okay, no. Why can't I put it like here?
Schemes within schemes within schemes.
Ah, and these cost no AP either. Interesting. Enemies in that area are forced to reroll successful dodge and parry tests. Any enemies that suffer damage are left with 20 less wounds to immediately die. Ah, asshole. Best game you suck at award, where F-Citizens was in it, was trolly as fuck. What won again? It's like Sifu or something?
The scriptural pronoun.
Best game you suck at, huh?
Oh, baked claims! Another one.
Damn. Yep.
Frighten me.
Souls like category. Bad games like Overwatch 2 and Turds of the Fallen. I've always hated.
Exploiters know one route. Forward.
What is that game's actual name? The Fallen one? I don't know. That category could be like... perceived in so many ways.
A new challenge for me.
I feel like they should make that a single player category. Not like, don't include multiplayer
Let us
games in
see
it.
what I found.
Because you could put like any multiplayer game in that.
Follow my lead.
Over here. Sucked now that we stayed are remaking it still sucked. Lords of the Fallen. Okay, yeah.
None shall
So it
stand
sucked,
in my
huh?
way.
I remember I was like looking at that and I was like kind of like like when it was shown and stuff. It looks really good visually, right? But like that's probably about it.
Victory awaits.
Let's feel the Emperor is with us. Wasn't even fair. Well, that was a Steam award? What was it? Atomic Heart? Well, we're not talking about... That's style, not exactly best graphics. I was mildly considering that, the Avatar
I'll
game
lay claim to the stars.
a little bit ago, because apparently it's better than critics made it out to be, and apparently it looks really good visually. And like lush environments like that are kind of my
It's about time.
preference for like really good visual games. Cocoon. Cocoon. I think have I looked at this before? Mm, I don't know. That doesn't look anything special to me. It's a different style, but like
A new challenge for me.
it looks like an indie game to me. Nothing too special, was it? None of them looked anything special.
Follow my lead.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Book of Lorgar copy. Okay, Arctic trophy. Read the woman patiently. Draws one piece of paper, the letters of the label. Okay. Tent library. Oh, so they have a little library
None shall
down
stand
here.
in my way.
That's interesting. It wasn't really good. I saw that and I'd never heard of that game. Was that a troll? Mixed reviews. So it's a spoopy game. Has people crying over a virtual award worth it?
Victory awaits.
Is this thing auto playing in the background? It is. Yeah, I don't know. Steam awards are silly. You ready for another
Nothing's
injury?
impossible for this
No.
old officer.
Oh, I don't know. You failed a 55% check four or five times in a row earlier.
I won't tolerate weakness.
A horrible stench reaches your nostrils long before you see its source, a corridor where punctured pipes are disgorging streams of murky sludge. In the distance, you see a lever that opens the door leading outside. The only way to reach it is by submerging yourself in the sludge. Cassia, I'm too old for this Cassia brings the corner of her perfumed shawl to her nose. I think I'm going to be sick. Oh, I get to choose who goes in. Cassie, even delicate nobles can benefit from learning the darker sides of life. Please proceed to the lever. As everyone knows, the person who does all the dirty work for the rogue trader is their seneschal. Pascal, matters of technology. So Pascal didn't say anything. Matter of technologies are your forte, which means you are going for that lever. The message such as self-hard choices are a lot of any leader. All right, who do you guys want to send in? I didn't see any of the nominations for them. Although, at least something Trolley didn't win the Game of the Year award. I hate that FIFA is on there, though. I really hate that FIFA's on there. Imagine Rockstar getting Red Dead Redemption and be like, damn, really? Yeah, like people, I saw some people saying that was like a troll and it's because they abandoned the game. You think they give a fuck about that? They're gonna be like, oh, nice, we got the reward, we can show this off. Yes. Oh, football. No, it's not FIFA, is it? It's... I saw EA Sports and I saw Soccer Man. So that is that the no, it's not the Football Manager game, is it? I don't know my soccer games. Well, that's what I mean regardless. I don't want some FIFA money greedy bullshit on there. Some of the Labor of Love ones are weird too. The finalists. Someone pick someone. They didn't want to share cast? Oh, maybe, I don't know. If it's the EA soccer game that has all the thing where you spend tons of money on it, it's garbage. End the story for me. Oh, it's a FIFA game, whatever. EA soccer game. An AC6. I'm deciding who I'm gonna have walk into the shit. The fancy noble lady, the old man who said he's too old for this shit, or technology man. Pascal didn't say anything. Old man? Damn, I was thinking of making poor Cassia go in, but alright, old man can go in. He's too old for this shit? As everyone knows, this person who does all the dirty work for the rogue trader is a seneschal. Alright. I serve House Von Valancius. Abelard salutes you and marches onward with dignity. Wow, what a fucking champ. I wonder if he gets a debuff for it or anything. I should make the chat a little shorter. I didn't realize it could get so fucking... I take up so much of the screen. He does have a debuff. Permanent?
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaties on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and
there's no description.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Poor old man.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Well said, man. Nothing matters more than experience. The knuckle guard grants the wearer a weapon. +5 bonus to weapon skill. It also grants any make 2 damage. Oh, that's nice. Here. We got a gift for you. Where does this go? Oh, there's 2 of these slots.
Any challenge for me?
I'm not gonna go back.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
We got more rat skulls. Oh, skull. There's a disturbing lack of skulls in here.
It's about time.
So why is... I'm confused. Why is this part of the map that I've been to
Victory
missing?
awaits.
Like I haven't been there. Weird. Skaven skulls.
Honest
I
I
won't tolerate
brought me the wisdom to perceive.
Another trap. I'll walk on it this time.
The machine gun grants me insight.
To go by review, Lethal Company should have won. Following RE4 and after it's BG3. I definitely don't think it should be done based off of review percentage. Otherwise, some shit that's like 99%, that's like maybe 100 views, might be a really good game, but this Steam Deck game. Why is Diablo 4 ever a finalist? Can you even Steam Deck without like a workaround? I know you used to have to do a workaround. I don't know now. I haven't used my Steam Deck enough to comment on that though. Hold on, I'm gonna look at these real quick. See what these finalists are. Warhammer Darktide, Better with Friends. Party Animals, Lethal Company. It doesn't surprise me that Lethal Company won that though. It's recent. From Darkest Dungeon. High on Life, Inward, and Atomic Heart, huh? I feel like Darkest Dungeon out of those has the most distinct style, kind of. Most innovative. What else was on there? Your only move is hustle. Remnant 2. I don't know if I'd say innovative gameplay, but Remnant 2 is a good game. Oh look, FIFA was a finalist in Best Game You Suck At Award too. Oh, that Persona 5 Tactics game came out? Like all of these games that were other finalists, looks like they have, like probably, or at least 3 of them. I don't know about Pizza Tower. I haven't looked at Pizza Tower too much. I don't know, Chance of Senna, but those other 2 games probably have better music than The Last of Us. Is it Outstanding Story Rich Game Award? Is this some Coomer game? Like as one of the finalists? Love is All Around? I heard Liza P was good. Train Sim World. I don't know if City Skyline deserves that reward. Heard good things about Dave the Diver though. Alright. It's Remnant 1 but more.
None shall stand in my way.
But was Remnant
Follow
1
me.
innovative? It innovates on having ball-bustingly hard to get secrets. Probably not incredibly. Assortment of parts for void shield arrays, they look used, but
I'll
need to be
lay claim to the
replaced.
stars.
It's break time soon.
A new challenge for me.
Orthlak pattern auto gun. I don't like these auto weapons too much so far anyways. They feel kind of meh. Like Oh, it has a pretty good rate of fire though. Like a 4 to 6, 8 times. That's not bad, but it misses a lot, and then this gets reduced because of armor a lot. Stimulate injector. This item reduces wounds by -10%. Yes, is increased. That increases critical hit chance by 3 times toughness bonus, huh? It would make the most sense on him. Let's put it on him, even though he's supposed to be tanky boy. Give him some more critical hit chance.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Acquisition is possible.
Like Johnny would.
Victory awaits.
Come on, let's hear this. Let's hear the command. Better not just be talking shit about Johnny, not using the sound effect. Move it, I said move it. If the inspection gets to the circuit station before we do, I'll have you all recycled. Yelling your brains out at servitors won't make them work faster.
Isn't this a job for the serf?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Johnny. Fuck you. Suck a dick, Johnny.
Yeah. You know another way to get lazy brutes to shift themselves? Well, I'm all ears. If the inspection sees a circuit station without a unit, they'll go to Vladimir with this. And if Vladimir finds out, he won't mince words. He'll give us the old Castle Basilian severance, as in kick us out of the trash chute without a void suit. Simmer down, we'll be fine. Back in my transport days, I'd show the inspection the same protection on 8 different sites. I never got busted once. I seriously doubt Vladimir inspectors are any more diligent. They'll fall for one more support unit on 3 circuit stations. They won't notice a thing. Better worry about selling 2 units that we bought. Who the throne is that? That goes beyond the violation of right of operation. It downright stinks. Hello, I'm Fidelio. Fidelio? I have no idea who that is. Believe it or not, neither do I. Just who are you and what are you doing in here? We're not from Footfall Station Services carrying out scheduled maintenance. But you're not going to believe that, are you? Oh, we're from Football. You've heard everything? After glancing briefly at his partner, the man lays a hand on his weapon. I promised my wife I could go a month without murder. Too bad. I'd rather break my word than get on the Liege's bad side. All I did was stop at funeral and introduce myself as Fidelio. Because of this, some people have attempted to burn me alive, others have drenched me in swill. And now, thieving utility workers want to murder me. It's just starting to feel like a bad joke. How about I just go on my way? You dare threaten one of the Von Valancia's dining? We'll pay for this. Von Flip? Bah, whatever. We'll worry about that later.
And you'll die quickly.
They die. Are mostly negative? Yeah. Starfield has some decent about it, but it also has some stinky about it too. Let's get her a little closer. I can get here too. Start the fight! I don't know if it's like, what is it, like 40% or something right now? Bad. But it's not worth $70, I'll tell you that much. Mostly negative. 20, yeah, it's not that bad of a game. But, you know. Like, you see a game 27%, you think like some jank bullshit that's hardly playable. It's not that bad. I don't have like any stacks. Let's just start blasting them. Why isn't it showing the damage and stuff? There we go. Can't I hit both?
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Scammed. unfortunately, Baldur's Gate 3 going to be irrelevant in half a year? Why do you say that? What's that have to do anything with anything? I don't think so. Or, well, it depends. Not if it comes out with DLC. As people will still be playing that for a while, too.
Let's see.
Cover efficiency and dodge reduction. Lower penetration and critical hit chance. Oh, it's based off of her position. I see.
A genius at work.
If she can get this down. Right, in the area, forced to reroll successful dodge and parry test for all attacks. This one, I guess.
Within schemes.
Alright, let's give someone a bonus turn. You know who, of course.
What if?
Some story where you need to play the Divinity games, like, story-wise? In Baldur's Gate 3? They're not gonna do that. They're different universes and stuff.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Clerk.
Oh,
Oh, this has a lot of HP, man. These guys must have reject the flesh. Oh, I can move these like anytime I want, as much as I want in a turn. You get to be servant. I don't think they will. Maybe like Easter eggs and stuff, which they've already done.
Just a minor setback.
What's that do? What I'm interested in, what they're gonna do after Baldur's Gate 3, like after they had such a big success. People's expectations are gonna be pretty high for Larian now. Perplexed.
Running binaric override. My vow is to serve.
Do a CDPR? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Oh, I wasted all my AP, fuck. God, these guys move all slow. Cyberpunk's at least good now. It really shouldn't have released the state it was in. Like, PC was bad, but the consoles, PS4 and the old Xbox, dude, that was abysmal.
A tactically sound approach. It will be done.
It will be done.
One fewer target.
Nice. So I have no unyielding beacon. One unyielding beacon.
At your beck and call.
Oh, right, I have this. What about
Indeed.
this? Put me in the zone, too. Oh.
Victory is imminent.
Major Riddle Sin 1, 2. I think that'd be good. Major Riddle Sin 1 and 2 are good games. First, before I was buying games would take 100 hours to finish. Yep. It'll be like that, man. Okay. Does anyone need healing? He does.
Not my
Let's
specialty.
do some warping.
Nothing I can't do.
Let's mark this one. Oh, this costs nothing as well. Till the end of combat, strength and agility. Damage. Okay. And that thing that made my biomancy stuff cost less. Really nice.
Didn't
Game is so
stand a chance.
jank, man. It did jump to it. Did it jump to able too? Can't attack anymore this turn.
All too easy.
Wait, did I get AP back? I don't think I can do anything with it.
Suits my purposes.
I'm just chill here. They were working on a Divinity Original Sin 3, I think. They definitely got development money. Should play now that it isn't ass. Play what now that it isn't ass? I don't think to play for when I consider that. Oh, Divinity Original Sin? Too far?
Step by step, I lead. Schemes within the schemes.
Can you move up enough? Oh, I think you can. Even get cover. Oh, the cover got broken.
Another fur painted black.
I started feeling like Baldur's Gate game when I got to Act 3 with Dark Urge, but it just felt like Divinity 3. I really want to do some more like Act 3, man. God, I need to like really Baldur's Gate. Need to step up my game. Fuck you. His brain's already fucked, but fuck it further. I don't think I could hit that one. I'm not gonna bother. Okay, with chocolates. I thought my staff was. Oh, I'm on the wrong weapon. No, I have to have the weapon equipped. Oh, I'm sad. Lock the doors and go. Surprise! We're playing Baldur's Gate 3. I see. Oh, I can charge.
It will be done.
Nope, no attack of opportunity.
I will do my duty.
I will do my duty. Your staff out this time. I can move you. Run
Be careful not to
away!
cross my gaze.
Risk of Rain returns. need to use deception.
Oh, a wicked thought.
Such a wicked thought. 23, 21. Oh, maybe I should have went for this one. Whatever.
Nothing I can't do.
Oh, I used too much AP. Fuck, I forgot I was in the... Okay, we'll just burn it. Damn it. Oh, hello, I didn't ever see you there. More stun grenades, asshole. Wish he had a charge or something, man. Let's go beat up this guy and head towards him. So much damage.
The Omnissiah knows all. The Omnissiah condemns you. Request approved.
I didn't approve it. Oh, I forgot he can do this to do damage. This will definitely make him die when his turn comes up. He's extra good against servitors. Not liking his assassin class so far.
Indeed.
Restores all AP and MP, so we should use stuff beforehand.
It will be done. At your beck and call.
Why? No. Oh. Get parried.
We'll rule the stars themselves.
I mean, I'll
took
rule
care
the
of
stars
this one.
themselves? Oh, he's dead. Come his turn.
My place is at the fore.
Well, you're not wrong. Can the other thing reach? I thought I had one that had like 2 range. Yeah, this one. Oh, that's still not enough. I see. Okay, gun at this
Victory is
man.
imminent.
Oh wow, you actually hit him. Kinda knocked him
I
away
will
though. I
do
don't
my
like that.
duty.
Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
19%. Bzz.
Nothing of value has been lost.
Yeah, I've been on a
Follow
murderous
my lead.
rampage down in these. Well, I guess I'm not in the sewer anymore. Improved armor body glove. I think I might have had one person that needed that.
I tire of idleness. Let's move. It's about time.
Oh, we have a good one. It has just improved. It's the same. I think it was her, but is it him? It's kind of him. I think having an extra 10% charge. Oh, the agility. Nah, let's put this on. Can I give him medium armor? I should probably give him medium armor. I'll get a good one, maybe. Ooh, a kit bag.
I'll lay claim to the
I know
stars.
people can't use med kits, man. The container firmly blocking the door.
A new challenge for me?
The warehouse's visitor record. There are different dates, but only 2 names.
Victory awaits!
Okay. Footfall Atrium. Finally back here. Skull. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it right here for now. So you finish this Colossal 160-hour game, you all be all CRPG'd out. I don't know. If I mix something in there, then maybe not. The thing with this and Baldur's Gate 3 is like with this, I gotta like, well, I don't have to, but I do read all the text and stuff, and Baldur's Gate is all voice acted. It's much more cinematic and that kind of stuff. So, and you're playing with someone else as well. This game can be co-op, to be fair, but you know, it's a little different. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? How good the co-op is here? Well, not as good as Baldur's Gate 3. To my understanding, it's basically, think Divinity Original Sin, more along those lines. Like you basically you have one person who's controlling the dialogue and the choices, and then one person who's controlling the characters. So, I suppose in combat, obviously it's good and probably is fine, work as you expect. And then maybe when you're exploring the map, it might be fine then, assuming they can control it separately. I assume they can. So they can explore, find secrets and stuff. But like dialogue and stuff, that's kind of, I mean, you could talk with the other person. Oh, what do you think? Do you think this and that? But there's nothing like, I don't know. Like you select one thing and then they select another thing and it's kind of, who's going to get the choice? You know, that kind of thing. All right, I'm going to write Alico. It looks like his stream had died recently. I don't think I can raid from this, can I? I cannot. I got a new little chat thing that combines like a YouTube and Twitch chat thing. It's actually decent when it's working. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll catch you later, Av. Catch you later, Annie. James, if you're still lurking in the shadows, you as well. Johnny Smells. Rave, usual if you're still here. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Alaka's playing finals if you want to check that out. There was some funny video I saw where someone had got like TTS that uses the voices from that game. I wish I had that. I've been wanting to play finals a little bit myself, but I have not yet. We'll see. But yeah, catch you guys later. Take it easy. Peace.